Welcome to the replay. Today we're going to be talking about a very powerful principle, the redirection in rejection. Oftentimes, people experience rejection in one area or the other, and at that point in time, it seems as if the whole world is coming to an end, but that is not really the precise interpretation of the event. It's not the precise interpretation of the event. Oftentimes we give wrong interpretation to experiences, to events that play out in our life, and when the interpretation is wrong, it is impossible to tap into the provision that comes with such experience. And to buttress my point this morning, I'm going to be talking about something that happened to a very young entrepreneur called Tosin Eniolorunda. Apparently what had happened was that Tosin was a young entrepreneur that was providing financial software solution to banks. He was a consultant to Sterling Bank. He was also a consultant to Unity Bank, and everything was going on fine until that particular day when Tosin Eniolorunda was traveling. Like he was in his car and he was moving from the third mainland. He was actually coming to the island, and somewhere along the line he got an email that told him that Sterling Bank was terminating his appointment with them. He was a consultant to Sterling Bank. He was a consultant to Unity Bank, and he got the email that told him immediately that Sterling Bank was terminating his transaction with them. In other words, he was losing a major client, and at that point in time, oftentimes people break down and it's like the whole world is coming to an end. And what he did immediately was to fight back, like, okay, fine, now that I've lost this client, what next? How do I move forward? And at that point in time, he chose to go after the idea that had been nagging him. You just have this idea that comes once in a while, comes once in a while, and you're like, can I go through this? At that point in time, instead of looking for another bank to consult, he chose to go after a dream that has been in his heart for a long time. And that was how he chose to pursue the idea of a financial technology industry. To become a voice in the financial technology industry, he chose to create his own financial solution provider, which was the birth of MoneyPoint. That was how MoneyPoint came to be. And despite the fact that he didn't have the money to run with the vision at the initial stage, he chose to go after like talking to this capitalist or the other, trying to find someone that will like fund the idea that is fund, giving the financial backup that is required for him to go into the business that is coming, the idea to pursue the realization of the idea that was coming into his mind. And somewhere along the line, somebody was able to borrow him $150,000. With the $150,000, he jumped into the realization of this idea that was in his mind. And fast forward 5 years, MoneyPoint has become almost like a global name in Africa, like reaching beyond the shores of Africa. MoneyPoint is a well-reliable business. A lot of people have heard about MoneyPoint. A lot of people using MoneyPoint, and the beauty of it is that he is no longer the same person he used to be. The moment the job was taken from him, the moment the contract was terminated, he started his own financial solution provider, bringing MoneyPoint out. And a lot of people are using MoneyPoint, and the reliability is just mind-blowing. Like, it's not a thing that he thought he had, it's not a thing he thought he could pursue. But the moment his transaction with Sterling Bank was severed, he went into this, and it became like it was like an idea waiting to happen. Suddenly it became a big name. The business picked up, and something is started with $150, $150,000 is worth millions of dollars today, hundreds of millions of dollars today. You know, is the same thing for you and I. There is just that idea that is coming to you saying, go, you know, like, believe in me, let's do this. And you think, you know, like, there is no future in it. If you can only believe, you will find out that what you think is nothing has great potential beyond your imagination. Thank you.